Yeah, good morning, everybody. At the outset, I would like to thank UNICEF for organizing this consultation workshop to explore the new possibilities in using catching up with the technology and especially to piggyback with the mobile technology in reaching the masses or the target groups. Traditionally, in government departments, we have been using two types of campaigns. That is, one is that IEC campaign, which is called as Information, Education and Communication campaigns, using the mass media like radio or TV or newspaper advertisements or posters. So all these are mass media communications. But one limitation is it is not personalized. There is no personal touch in that. And the other one is interpersonal communication. That is like one-to-one interaction, door-to-door visits, direct training to the target group. So all these are meant for interpersonal communication. So both these campaigns we have used last year when we launched our state level campaign on sanitation. That is probably some of you may be aware of it. We have used that Chichi Chollappa campaign. It is popularly called as Chichi Chollappa campaign, which was supported by UNICEF. The campaign was entirely, the campaign materials were developed by Alka Agency, and it was used simultaneously across the state on a particular date with a teaser campaign and then a reveal campaign. But now we have some technology which can take it much forward. I think mobile technology combines the advantages of both. That is, number one, mobile technology has a mass reach because we presume, or as the media reports say, the penetration of mobile is very fast. It's really mind-boggling. In fact, there was a news item that there are more number of mobiles than toilets. When the census household amenities data was published in 2013. So, how we can take this towards our advantage? Because it has a lot of advantages. One is, it is all pervasive, that is majority of the population, or if our presumption is correct, at least each household has got a mobile. So how to make full use of this? And the communication is very quick. That is one advantage. One is that we are able to reach the target group instantly. Instantaneously we are able to reach, number one. And simultaneously we can reach the entire target group. And one more advantage is it is cheaper and it can be used for reinforcing the messages again and again. That is one major advantage. Because if we do a TV campaign, it can be only for a specific time period. Or IPC campaign requires a lot of manpower. But whereas in mobile campaign, it has all advantages. With our presumption that it has got good penetration, all households are having mobiles, it is all the more advantageous to use mobile technology to reach the target group. But having said that, we also have to look into the limitations or challenges in using this. Who are the target group to whom we are intending these messages? That has to be the prime focus. based on which we can develop the content of the message. As far as sanitation promotion is concerned, I can clearly say that we have two target groups. One is the stakeholders who are involved in sanitation promotion. Okay, because we have to carry the messages to the stakeholders through whom we can reach the target group. They are the intermediary who are going to work for sanitation, who are working for sanitation promotion. And second one is the intended group themselves. That is as far as sanitation is concerned, our target group is those households which do not have toilets. So, as I mentioned earlier, I presume that the households which do not have toilets should be or must be having a mobile phone. Okay. So, as far as our data goes, the survey data which we did in 2013, we have around 95 lakh rural households in Tamil Nadu. So out of this 95 lakh rural households, as per our data, 52 lakh households do not have toilets. And around 43 lakh households who have toilets, even among these households who have toilets, 13 lakh households, the toilets are either not being used or have become defunct. That means there is no sustainability. The message what we have been inculcating over the years has not been able to sustain the campaign or permanently change the behavior of open defecation. So what is the alternative way of approaching this target group? Traditionally, we have been addressing these target groups for construction purpose only. Once the construction is over, everything is over, target is achieved, we have covered the target group, we presume they use toilets. But we have to look into the other side of that also. Having toilet doesn't mean that it is being used. So the message that is required here is to reach this group, to continuously make them to use the toilets, to practice safe sanitation and do good for themselves, for their better health as well as for the health of the community. So the message what we intend to convey is wider, much wider. Not only those households which I mentioned, that is 52 lakhs which do not have toilets, but also those households, rural households which have been covered, but still we need to continuously reinforce the message of safe sanitation. So I think for this purpose, mobile technology will definitely come in handy. So which we have to capitalize and make use of. So I think, I hope this workshop will think in that direction and work out the strategies, how effectively we can use this technology and reach the target group more effectively. At the same time, we also have to look into the limitations of that. So before going to the limitations, I would also like to tell the other category of persons whom we can reach through mobile phones. That is the stakeholders who are working for sanitation. So now the government is trying to widen the scope of stakeholders. That is from rural development department's perspective or from our side. We do have some frontline workers in the field at village level. like the Panchayat Raj functionaries, the self-help groups, the women self-help groups, which is mind-boggling, 55 lakh women across the Tamil Nadu. It's a very huge network and very strong, it has got a very strong presence. The self-help groups, the Panchayat level federations, habitation level federations. So it has got a very strong presence in Tamil Nadu. And we do have these elected representatives at village level who can work for sanitation. And in village level, now we have the sanitation messengers in place. That is the Swachhta Doots, as they are called by the Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. So we have, it is only a honorary post. So they are identified from among the village eminent persons who can have a greater say in their community and have a peer pressure, who are in a position to exert peer pressure. So these people have been identified as Swachhta Doots. Majority of them are women. Majority of them are from women self-help groups. So we have 12,524 village panchayats in Tamil Nadu. In these village panchayats, depending upon the population, we have one or more Swachhta Doots. Right now, we have identified around 15,700 of them. And we have conducted some induction training, some basic orientation training on sanitation. And with the help of my colleague here, Mr. Jayapalan from NIC, we are able to digitize their data. We have a database with their mobile numbers also, which we can use for our advantage. These mobile numbers in our website, that is in our Rural Development Department's website. We have a technology whereby we can send SMS to all these people, which now NIC is working on. Maybe later in the day, Mr. Jayapalan will be able to throw more light on that, how it works. So these are the stakeholders as far as we are concerned at village level, who are directly in touch with the target group, the intended target group. So how to reach these Swachhta Doots? Because we have to keep our information sharing very dynamic. So only unless it is dynamic, their role will get diminished. So we want them to interact with their peer group on a day-to-day basis and try to convince them to practice safe sanitation or to convey any other messages relating to this. So sending SMS is one way of reaching this objective. And through our NIC again, we are able to reach the block level stakeholders. At block level, we have our block coordinators, block development officers who work for sanitation. So we have their mobile numbers in our website, from which we can send SMS and it will reach instantly, simultaneously to all these stakeholders. And upwards at district level, we have our project director in DRDA, then we have our assistant project officers working for sanitation and district coordinators who are working for sanitation. So all these people, right now, we have this SMS facility. All these people have mobile numbers. Their mobile numbers have been captured and it is stored in our database. And now we are using the technology. We are sending SMS regularly on daily basis to these people, conveying messages relating to sanitation. So if this can be scaled up to reach the village level, it will have a much wider impact, and especially the Swachhta Doots and the self-help groups wherever possible. But the thing is, we need to have their mobile numbers, the self-help groups' mobile numbers, the Panchayat level federation. This PRI function is the village Panchayat president's mobile number, the Panchayat secretary mobile number, all these we already have in our database. Now the sanitation promotion has become more prominent with the directions from the highest level. Our Honorable Chief Minister has given clear instructions to the district collectors during the collectors conference to take all efforts to achieve ODF by 2015. It is not very far. So during the speech, Honorable Chief Minister has used all these like organizing the stakeholders and making this as a mass movement to root out this practice. So organizing the stakeholders means we have to widen the stakeholder base. So overall the government functionaries into this public health, sanitation, who are interacting with the target group on day-to-day basis, definitely all of them are the stakeholders, because it benefits all the government departments, all the government schemes, programs, and the objectives of all these schemes. That is the welfare of people. So it includes basically the health, sanitation aspects. So now we have other stakeholders at village level, at block level, sub-block level. Like when we take in education into account, like we have schools, teachers, students. So how we can catch them young and inculcate the safe sanitation practice. So we are now trying to reach the young children in schools through their teachers, through their block resource centers of school education department. So all these stakeholders are having mobile phones, and their numbers are also available in our, not in RD department database, at least in education department's database, it is there. And of course we do have 54,000 Anganwadi centers. My colleagues from ICDS are here. I think they will be able to give more information on that. Dr. Ashanti madam is there. I think we will be able to share more information on that, because they know better. That is nearly 6 lakh antenatal and postnatal women are visiting every year, every day, if I am correct, every day, to these Anganwadi centers over the potential target group. And again, we have these adolescent girls who are visiting the Anganwadi centers, and also, of course, the mothers of 17 lakh children who are attending the ICDS centers. So all these people are our potential target groups. If we have their mobile numbers, we can reach the intended target group through these stakeholders, because mother and child health goes together. We have to promote safe sanitation practice, inculcates sanitation habit among this target group. Thereby we will be in a position to reduce this IMR and MMR. All these parameters can show a healthy trend. Of course, Tamil Nadu is number 2 in the entire country in the IMR and MMR. It is in a very good position, but we can further improve on that with inculcating sanitation habits directly among these target groups. So our stakeholders base is getting widened. with the government's intervention, if the doctors in the primary health centers, as far as our the data we have, nearly 2.5 lakh outpatients are attending the primary health centers every day, and most of these cases are diarrheal cases, something related to diarrhea or worm infestations or something which is related to poor sanitation. I think our my colleague from health department, they will be able to throw more light on that. So once we start conveying these messages from different sources to the same intended target group, that gets reinforced over a period of time, and it can have a better way of changing the behavior, that too permanently. And we do have challenges from the other sides also, like we have challenges which counter our communication strategies, like the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare is doing a campaign against tobacco usage. But most of our movies depict heroes using this, smoking in the movie, consuming alcohol and all. And same thing is also shown in a lighter way in many of the movies, like people going for open defecation in a much humorous way. All this counter our campaign. Only difference is that now they are putting a slogan, smoking is injurious to health. But in case of ODF, I mean open defecation, there is no such slogan saying that defecating in open is injurious to your health and to community's health. So that kind of counter campaign is also happening. All this we have to overcome. So I think we will be in a position to use this mobile technology in a better way. Now let me come into the limitations of use of mobile technology. As I said, the target group, that is the people living in rural areas, having mobile phones. So definitely we cannot expect them to have smartphones. Smartphones helps you to convey messages in a better way. Mobile applications, you can use mobile applications, they can download the mobile applications, you can use that to push messages, and then you can send MMS, pictures. All this you cannot use here. This is one major limitation. So the content of the message should be tailor-made for the basic mobile, where only texting is possible. And we should also bear it in mind that all the majority of the intended target group may not be fully literate. They may be semi-literate or may have some basic knowledge. So we have to develop the content. The content should be more specific. It should convey the message in a simple manner and very strongly. So content writing is also very, very important. So the technology is already there, the system is already there. So now the question is how effectively we will be in a position to use this technology by having a good content, the message which can be conveyed from time to time without waiting for the outcome. Because it's not going to be a one-time job. We are not going to stop in a particular time period. It's going to continue. Once we develop a system and put that in place, it is going to continue. We are not going to stop that. because we want to have this what is perceived to be an accepted behavior, the opentification which is perceived to be accepted behavior. That is another paradox in Indian society, that we have achieved topmost level in all the fields, like even in science and technology, we are able to put foreign satellites into orbit. 19 countries, 40 satellites we have put so far. But at the same time, we also top in opentification. That's a paradox actually. Because why? What is the reason? The reason is maybe even today, opentification is perceived to be an accepted behavior. So how to change that accepted behavior into the behavior which is not at all acceptable due to various reasons, health, dignity, and so on. So the message should be continuous till some permanent change happens, and we are in a better position, and we take pride in saying that Tamil Nadu has achieved opentification or India has achieved opentification. So the content should be very simple, and we should also bear in mind that it is intended only for a persons who are a layman who have some basic understanding only. So we should keep the persons in mind before developing contents. So I hope UNICEF will also support in that, in developing good contents which can be used on a daily basis, which can be sent on a daily basis, reinforcing the messages on a daily basis. So the messages cannot be lengthy, it should be very short. In fact, SMS itself, it's a short message service. Okay. So it has all advantages. Already the corporates have started using it for mobile marketing. The corporates have started using it. Service industry has started using it. Even small retailers have started using it. Maybe in future, even small hawkers will start using it. So it is now for us to catch up with time and technology and make full use of it. And taking into account all the constraints which I have just mentioned, only the technology intended for the basic phone, not for the smartphone. Maybe the smartphone, we can have some messages intended for the stakeholders, which they will be in a position to use with their intended group, but not for the actual intended group. So for that content, we may have to vary. So in this connection, I would also like to draw the parallel of sanitation, promoting a product. The basic marketing principles which speaks about marketing a product, the content, like it says, many of you may be aware of this. It's called AIDA concept. That is, we have to draw the attention or create awareness, then create the interest and desire, and then A stands for action, and one more S has been added for satisfaction, that we can use it for sustainability. So the messages should be repeatedly reinforced, which will make the intended group. Of course, all the intended group may be aware about toilet and about safe sanitation. They may be having some basic knowledge. Only thing is, we have to reinforce it again and again so that they have that interest or desire or the felt need to construct a toilet. And then, based on the felt need, acting on that. Action comes when they are aware of certain government schemes which gives them subsidy or which helps them in construction of a toilet. So, like product promotion, toilet promotion is also very important. It's just like a marketing your product. It's like marketing our concept of constructing a toilet for safe sanitation. So I hope this workshop will come out with good ideas. I want this workshop to be more interactive. I think so far I've been speaking from my side. So I would like all the participants to interact, come out with good ideas, with good recommendations. And from my side, I told what is a system in place, what is the requirement. I think my colleagues from other departments also will be in a position to tell on what is their requirement and how best this can be carried forward. So I wish this consultation workshop a good success. Thanks a lot. Thank you.